Once again, we're gathered here at the Champions Pavilion. We're at the 65th Annual Ford Boat Sport and Travel Show in the Travel Cafe. This is Indy Sports Show Live, and I'm your host, Brian Pointer. It's been a long day. It's been so much fun. We've truly had legends in the hunting and the fishing and the outdoor world with us over the time that we've been doing this since last weekend. We'll be back again tomorrow. I'm going to tell you, you're not going to want to go anywhere because at the bottom of the hour, in 30 minutes, Twiggy the water skiing squirrel will be here for a live interview. Woo! I know I'm good. We're going to see how good. Twiggy the water skiing squirrel. You know, the thing that makes the show within the show, the Boat Sport and Travel Show, this weekend, the Deer Turkey Waterfowl Expo, are people like you. Named sponsors for the show. It's great to have you be a part of it. Big Time. Joe Humphreys, you're the brand manager for Big Time.
Yes,
Thanks for being here.
Not a problem.
So the vendors, the people that are out here in their booths, educating, bringing people together. First and foremost, I need to let people know and let you have an opportunity to tell them, what's Big Time?
Big Time is a whitetail supplement product. We also, I can't say that anymore. It's all-around nutrition for whitetails. So if you're wanting to manage your herd, give them the best opportunity to prosper and be healthy, we're the company.
You know, I'm going to play ignorant because I am, and it's an easy job for me to do.
Okay.
But there is so many products now.
Oh, yeah.
For supplements, and you know, we got the biggest deer formula, we've got the best. How do you cut through all the BS? What do you need to pay attention to if you think you want to manage your deer population?
Well, there's a lot of different ways. You know, some guys want a supplemental feed. Some people don't want to go that route. You can use food plots. And
when you say supplemental feed, you're talking about in the feeders,
right?
Versus a food plot.
I mean, it can be a whole grain mix. There's pellet mixes, but giving them that extra feed, whether it be this time of year when it's cold and there's not as much forage, or throughout the summer as they're growing the new racks and, you know, keeping the does healthy with their new fawns.
I was going to say, we always focus on Big Times, but as you aptly said, it's really about deer nutrition throughout the year.
It's about the overall health of the herd. Absolutely.
So one of the questions that I'm sure you've been asked, how do you do that? Do you have to have 500 acres? And
absolutely not.
How do you do that, knowing that the investment that you're making in your supplements and your food plots are going to work? In 5 words or less.
In 5 words or less. Well, personally, for me,
I know that's hard.
My home farm in Indiana is 50 acres. And success for me isn't necessarily shooting a big buck every year.
Correct.
It's seeing the deer population healthy, seeing the deer within that population healthy, and see them thriving. So for me, it's more of it's not just about hunting and killing anymore. It's about making sure that we're good stewards for the game that we chase, and making sure that there's more for my kid later.
So Big Time is certainly a brand leader. Big presence here at the Boat Sport and Travel Show.
We do what we can here. Yeah.
You do what you can, and you're doing it in a great way. Indiana company, based out of Rockville. How'd that get started? Scott Pet Products?
Yeah, Big Time is a brand of Scott Pet, which was founded in 1975. We started with dog collars and, you know, pig ears for your dogs, and it kind of branched out from there. We do bird seed, and then we said, hey, let's see what we need to do.
Products?
How many?
Yeah.
I think we are up to 9 different brands now.
That's
Pork
fantastic.
Chomps, Nutri-Chomps. We have our hands in so many different genres. It's crazy, but
well, you mentioned
Big Time's my baby.
Pork Chomps, my baby. For my big 115-pound Bernese Mountain Dog, Gus, he loves his pork chomp. And you were telling me there's something even better.
Yeah, we just came out with Nutri-Chomps.
What is that?
It's the newest.
Because right now it's all about me and my dog. We're going to get to Big Time in a second.
We can talk about whatever. Michael loved that. Nutri-Chomps is a softer chew. So with Pork Chomps, it's more of that pork skin feel, so it's going to last a little bit longer for you. The Nutri-Chomps is extruded, and it's going to be just a quick treat for them.
Is that out?
Oh, absolutely.
All right. I got to call up Chewy.com and get my order.
It's on there. It's already on there.
It's on my standing order. Going to have to supplement it. So in all seriousness, you have a big booth over there and a lot of interest in food plots, supplements, feeding. When somebody walks into the booth, what's the most common question people ask?
Coming back home to Indiana, a lot of it is people coming in, hey, look at the pictures, look what we done last year, and that's the best part for us. The questions we get are on food plots, you know, what size plot, and there's no right answer on food plots. And the same way as it goes with feeding too. There's no right or wrong answer. You know, we like to break it down with each person, say how much ground do you have, you know, this is how many sites you should have, you know, how much area do you have to do a food plot, have you done soil test, and just walk through everything.
So you help them do that?
Absolutely. Each situation is different, and you really can't do that via email or anything. Face-to-face is a great way to do it. That's why we love being here.
A lot of my friends have their own places. They throw some feeders out and try food plots, and maybe they have some success, maybe they don't. What's the key to making it work?
As far as a food plot goes,
yeah.
First and foremost, get a soil test. See what your soil has in it, and if you need to add lime or anything like that, fertilizer, and go from there. Because if you start with just absolutely horrible soil, you're never going to be happy with the final result. You have to get that soil test and treat that soil to make any, no matter what product you're using.
So now let's go to you, the brand manager for Big Time.
Okay.
What makes Big Time the leader in the industry that it is?
Well, we're a whole grain based feed, and we add the mineral to our feed. We bond it to the whole grain, and then add our cherry rush flavoring to it. So it becomes a feed, mineral, and attractant all in one bag. What I'm very proud of, because being a whole grain, all those grains that go into that product that are being mixed, we work with Indiana farmers, and I mean, they bring it right to the plant. So we have control of the corn and the milo. The sunflowers we do have to bring in from Kansas City, or Kansas, because we can't grow sunflowers
and
here.
They're the sunflower state.
It just makes sense.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, if we're going to bring something in, it might as well be that. But, you know, we're contracting out to local Hoosier farmers that we work with. They bring it right to us. So we have control, quality control of the grain from the time it gets put into the ground to the time you open that bag up.
So another common question I'm sure you get, you know, how to do it, what's the right product, the right soil. Cameras in the field today the technology in field cameras has changed. I remember having my first trail cam where it was 110 film, and it darn near had a flash bulb.
Mine. It sits on the mantle.
A flash bulb.
Yep.
You'd race it off to the Walmart, and maybe one out of the roll of 25 was not blurry.
We've gone from 25 to about 2,500 when you check your camera. It's unbelievable what we can do now and how we can utilize that to manage our herd.
And it drives me mad every fall because everybody, hey, I just got this picture from my trail cam on my phone. Of course, he has to send it to me and show me. But how does a trail cam work in your business to help you?
You know, I mean, when we're testing in Rockville, we're watching the deer all the time, whether it be a cell cam or the 360 cameras, because we're planning our food plots. We have a huge food plot that we'll plan every year. We have the 360 cameras, see where the deer are coming out at, where they're gravitating to, what they're eating first throughout the year. I mean, it's the information you can get from them, not just finding the deer you want, but learning the characteristics of all the deer on your property is
If you're going to supplement or if you're going to do food plots, do you encourage also putting trail cams?
Absolutely, especially anybody who's questioning whether or not, you know, should I use Big Tine? I'm using this right now. I'll give them the challenge. Put Big Tine in front of your camera, let it sit for 3 days, and come back and check it. And you're going to see the difference between other products and what we can do.
That's quite a statement. That's good.
I will stand by it.
So let's talk about the Boat Sport and Travel Show, a big presence here. Why is this important?
You know, again, this is our hometown show. We love coming home. We're kind of in the midst of all the shows, but we always look forward to coming back home and just, you know, not just seeing familiar faces, but seeing families come back and, you know, their kids have the shirts on from last year and they're wanting a new shirt. They need a step up, and just hearing all the stories from the home state and, you know, seeing buddies and family, and that you don't get that anywhere else but here for us. So
we talk about deer with Big Tine. I have to think it helps everything that works around that ecosystem.
It attracts everything, not just deer.
Right.
Turkeys love Big Tine. They go nuts on it. Our Protein Plus blend, it's got cracked corn in it instead of whole corn and roasted soybeans. It is unreal this time of year, the amount of turkeys you'll get on trail camera going nuts on it. They love it.
Well, speaking of turkeys, you've had quite a busy week. You were down at the NWTF?
Yeah, I did NWTF for 3 days and then stayed in Nashville for the Tractor Supply Manager Show. Went home for a few hours, it seems like. Got to kiss my wife goodbye, see my son, and packed up, did my laundry, and came back up here.
10 days later,
yeah,
they'll see you again.
He still knew my name, so I felt good about that. So
like with the trail cams and other technology, have we reached the best we can do with food supplements?
I don't think we're ever going to stop. Us as a company, personally, we have so much going on for 2020 that I can't even begin to start talking about. I'm very, very excited about what we have in store. And this time next year, we'll be talking about all the new products we have coming out. So,
well,
there's a bunch of them. So.
And that's what brings people back. It's to the Boat Sport and Travel Show each and every year. It gets bigger and better, and we couldn't be more thrilled with the fact that you're joining us here at Indy Sports Show Live. It is the 65th annual Boat Sport and Travel Show. The deer, turkey, waterfowl in full swing. It is happening tonight, the rest of the day, and of course tomorrow. Come by and visit with Joe at Big Time. Most importantly, thank them for their sponsorship in a big way at this Deer, Turkey, Waterfowl Expo, the Boat Sport and Travel Show. We're in the Champions Pavilion, and we are in the Travel Cafe. As I've been talking about, I see a squirrel in our audience. Twiggy, the water skiing squirrel, is on the couch with me when we return. I'm Brian Pointer, host of Indy Outdoor Show Live. Indy Sports Show Live.